Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Packers 101. And today we're going to be making a record prediction for the New York Football Jets. Now, I know this is the Packers channel, but they have Aaron Rodgers. So, for as long as they have him, I'm going to cover the Jets too. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to go through each game that the Jets play, and I'm going to say whether I think it's a win or a loss based on everything that's going on right now. Spoiler alert, I think the Jets are going to have a good year. So for week one in the Jets football schedule, they have to take on the Buffalo Bills. This game is in New York, technically New Jersey, and I think the Jets are going to take this one. Now, I bet all the money is going to be going towards Buffalo, but I see Buffalo opening the season kind of flat. I think they'll get better towards the end of it, but they got embarrassed last year in the playoffs by Cincinnati. It was not a close game. I've said this before. Buffalo really disappointed last season, so I think it'll take a few games for them to figure it out. But I see the Jets getting off to a hot start, so give me the Jets week one to beat Buffalo. Week two, we got the New York Jets going into Dallas to take on the Cowboys, and this is a very easy one. I see the Jets going 2-0. The Cowboys, I think, are in for a big regression year. I think that O line's beat up, losing Zeke, even though he wasn't the same player he was. That's a big loss. Defense for the Cowboys is good. They'll keep it close, but I don't think they can compete with the Jets and that stacked roster. Week three, we got the Patriots heading into New York to take on the Jets, and this game, I see the Jets getting out to a 3-0 start. I see them beating the Patriots. The Patriots have Mac Jones at QB. That's not enough. I like Bill Belichick. I think he's undoubtedly the greatest coach of all time. It's a decent defense. Judon, great player, but I just think it's too much. I don't think that they can handle the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and possibly Dalvin Cook. I saw that the Jets might add Dalvin Cook. Why they need him, I don't know, but it's a lot of weapons. Plus, he's got Lazard, he's got Cobb if he ever needs him, and that Jets defense is just going to be smothering. Mac Jones definitely can't handle that. So give me the Jets to beat the Patriots, and the Jets are going to be 3-0 to start the year. Up next, we got a tough game for the Jets. We got the Chiefs taking on the Jets in New York, and I think this is where the first loss for the Jets will occur. I see the Chiefs winning. I think the Chiefs are the best team in the league right now. Pat Mahomes, not from this world. He's so good. Decent run game. Pacheco had a good rookie season. Jerick McKinnon can catch passes out of the backfield pretty well. Travis Kelsey, amazing tight end. They did lose Orlando Brown in the O line though, so I'm curious to see how they'll look. But I don't think the Jets are ready to compete with the Chiefs just yet. I think they'll need a little bit of time to get it together as a team. But I think it'll be a close game. But the Chiefs take this one in New York. All right, in week five, we got the Jets heading into Denver to take on the Broncos. And this will actually be a more close game than people realize, I think, right now. I like Sean Payton. He took a shot at Nathaniel Hackett the other day. I did not like that. Leave Nathaniel Hackett alone. He's a great coordinator. But I'm going to go with the Jets here in a surprisingly close game. But I think the Jets roster is just miles above Denver's roster. Plus, last season was so bad for the Broncos. I just can't pick them against the Jets. I can't do it. Week six, the Eagles are heading into New York to take on the Jets, and I have the Jets losing this one. I think the Eagles are a great ground and pound team. I think that O line can handle the Jets D line, give Hurts time, get a great run game going. And the Eagles defense, I think, will look a lot better. They have a lot of talent over in Philly, but it wasn't really utilized to the best of its ability last season on defense. I definitely see that defense being miles above what they were last season. So give me the Eagles in week six to beat the Jets. Up next, we have the Battle of New York, the Jets taking on the Giants in a double home game, technically. And this is a very easy one. I'm taking the Jets. The Giants, they got a good coach. The roster is not great. I mean, yes, Saquon's coming back. That's great. I don't think he's going to be enough to carry that team. Danny Dimes, he's okay. He's a solid quarterback. The Giants' defense, it's okay. Kayvon Thibodeau's great, but compared to the Jets, not even a comparison. Give me the Jets. Up next, we got the Chargers taking on the Jets in New York, and this one might surprise a lot of people, but I am very high on the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert, after getting that massive contract extension, congratulations, Justin, is going to do great for the Chargers, and I see him beating the Jets. I think it'll be a close game, but I think that Herbert wins it on a final drive to Mike Williams or Keenan Allen or Austin Eckler. I think there's a lot of talent on that Chargers team, and I see them, honestly. I could see them coming out of the AFC this year. It's a real possibility. So I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. Up next, we got Aaron Rodgers versus Devontae Adams. The Jets taking on the Raiders. And this is like seeing your two siblings fight. I just love both of them. I love Rodgers, I love Adams, but I'm gonna have to take Rodgers here in the New York Jets. I don't think the Raiders roster is anywhere near competing for a championship. They got some good talent, but Jimmy Garoppolo at QB, not a fan. That Raiders defense, definitely not a fan. So give me the Jets in this one. Up next, we got a rematch of Week One. The Jets heading into Buffalo to take on the Bills. And I'm going to give this one to the Bills. I don't see the Jets sweeping the Bills in the division, and I think each team will take their own home game. I think the Bills will look a lot better by this time in the season. So, again, close game, but I think that Josh Allen wins it. So, give me Buffalo in this one. Up next, we got the Dolphins heading into New York to take on the Jets and another division game. And I'm going to take the Jets here. I feel so bad that Jalen Ramsey went down in practice. One of the best corners in the league. That's a big loss. Hopefully, he can come back during the year and be effective. But I'm too many question marks on Tua for me to bet on the Dolphins here. His health is a concern. His deep passing is a concern. I like Mike McDaniel. I like the offense. He got a lot of weapons there. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. That's a great wide receiver combination. Probably the best in the league. And that Dolphins defense, they got a lot of pieces. Bradley Chubb, Christian Wilkins, Xavier Howard. So I definitely see the Dolphins competing, but I don't think they're ready to take on New York. So give me the Jets. Up next, we got the Falcons heading into New York to take on the Jets, and this is a very easy one. I do like the Falcons, and I think that, drafting Bijan Robinson at running back is going to be great. Taylor Heineke at quarterback, underrated pickup. I think that he'll be solid, and I see the Falcons making the playoffs, but they are by no means a contender. They are not competing with the Jets, especially in New York. Aaron Rodgers is going to tear them up. Give me the Jets. Up next, we got the Texans taking on the Jets, and I'm going to take the Texans in this one to win. Just kidding. I would never do that. Obviously, the Jets are winning this one. The Texans are not ready to compete. I don't believe CJ Stroud is the guy. I think that he's going to be a bust. Along with that, the talent isn't there. The only saving grace they have on that team is Damian Pierce at running back. He's great. He's going to be a great running back. Whether he sticks in Houston his whole career, we'll see, but yeah, they're not ready to compete with New York. They are never going to be ready to compete with this New York team for a very long time. So give me the Jets. Up next, we got the New York Jets heading down south to take on the Miami Dolphins. And I see this game being close, but I see Rodgers winning it in the final minutes of the game. The only reason I think it's close is because the Dolphins have a lot of weapons on offense and obviously on defense as well. But I don't think that Tua's the guy. I think that he's going to be hurt by this time. So I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers to win this one in Miami. Up next, we got the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. And Washington, you finally got rid of Dan Snyder. Congratulations. You should celebrate that. That alone is a Super Bowl win. But you're not ready to compete with the Jets. Scary Terry's a good receiver. Chase Young, if he's healthy, great on defense. There's solid weapons there, but nothing to the extent of the New York Jets. So, yeah, Jets are not losing this one to Washington. Give me the Jets. Up next, we got the Jets heading into Cleveland to take on the Browns, and I think this is an easy one. I'm going to take the Jets to win. Deshaun Watson hasn't played good football in like 3 years. A lot of controversy surrounding the Browns. Nick Chubb's a great running back. He'll be tough to stop, but I think that Jets defense will be on it. So, yeah, give me the Jets here. I don't think this is a hard one. And in the final game of the regular season for the Jets, they're taking on the Patriots in Foxborough. And I think this game is actually going to be closer than a lot of people think because it's Bill Belichick. He's going to keep the Patriots in the game. But Aaron Rodgers in late December, January, I would never bet against him. So give me the Jets to win the final game against the Patriots. So with all those predictions, I have the Jets going 13-4, likely being the 1 seed or at the very worst the 2 seed, either behind Kansas City, probably only Kansas City. So yeah, I have the Jets going 13-4. Now a lot of people are probably going to think that's a bold take, and I get it, but I genuinely think the Jets are going to have an amazing year. Watch out for the New York Jets; they could win the Super Bowl. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you disagree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments and post what you think the Jets are going to do this year. And with all that said, I hope you have a great day. See you next time.